Yes, welcome back to the Morning Call section where, as usual, me and Josie get to dive into the top stories that have been circulating just to keep you updated on how the world is going. So starting off on the local scene, we're going to be talking about how Rwanda and DRC signed 3 bilateral agreements. So ministers from Rwanda and the DR Congo on Saturday, June 26th, my birthday, signed 3 key bilateral agreements as the 2 countries took to further enhance trade and diplomatic ties. So this happened during a bilateral meeting that was held between President Paul Kagame and his host, Felix Tshisekedi, at the Goma Serena Hotel in Goma, capital of DR Congo's North Kivu province. So a bilateral investment treaty, a double taxation avoidance agreement, as well as an MOU on a mining concession were the 3 agreements signed by the 2 countries' ministers and 3 witnessed by their respective presidents at the hotel located on the shores of Lake Kivu. So the agreements were signed shortly after the 2 leaders held a tete-a-tete that lasted nearly an hour inside a white tent. So as you can see, those are the pictures of the 2 presidents, President Paul Kagame and President Tshisekedi, as they were touring places that were affected by the volcanic eruption of Nyiragongo. And it was so sad taking a look at all the cracks and everything that went down. But it's a good thing that at least they were able to sign 3 treaties, and it's going to be a good thing for their bilateral relations, both countries.
Yeah, and beneficial for the people of Rwanda and also the people of DRC. And yeah, some good news is actually happening between the neighboring countries.
Definitely.
Yeah, so heading on to the next story, Samuel L. Jackson to receive a honorary Oscar, and also Danny Glover to receive the Jean Hellshot Humanitarian Award at the 12th Governor's Award ceremony. So there is no doubt that Samuel L. Jackson and also Danny Glover are legends that have made huge contributions to the culture, as they have played memorable roles throughout their careers, and soon they will be honored at the upcoming Governor's Award ceremony. So with all the legendary work that Samuel L. Jackson and also Danny have done throughout the years, they have unfortunately never won an Oscar award from the Academy. So however, they will now be honored at the 12th annual Governor's Award ceremony, which takes place next year. And according to the Hollywood Report, Samuel L. Jackson will be presented with an honorary Oscar, and also Danny himself will be presented with the Jean Hellshot Humanitarian Award, which is now also an Oscar statuette. So THR reports that an honorary Oscar is to honor extraordinary distinctions in lifetime achievement, expectational contributions to the state of motion picture arts and also sciences, or for an outstanding service to the Academy. So the Jean Hellshot Humanitarian Award is to an individual in the motion picture arts and also science whose humanitarian efforts have brought credit to the industry. So both Samuel and also Danny have been nominated for the Oscars within their careers, but unfortunately have not won in the competition yet. So Academy President David Rabin said that Samuel Jackson is a cultural icon whose dynamic work has resonated across genres and also generations and also audiences worldwide. So when it comes to Danny, he added Danny Glover's decades-long advocacy for justice and also human rights reflects his dedication to recognizing our shared humanity on and also off the screens. So Elaine May and also actress Liv will also receive honorary Oscars along with Samuel L. Jackson. And the 12th Governor's Award ceremony takes place next year, January 15th, 2022.
Yes.
It's a good thing to do the work that people actually acknowledge and celebrate you for it.
Exactly, and these 2 black men are amazing in the film industry. They have been taken part in so many iconic movies, and it's high time that they be considered and appreciated for all the work that they have done. And I especially love Samuel L. Jackson. He's very funny in a witty way, and he definitely contributes to black excellence, both of them actually.
Yeah, old handsome dude.
Okay, so moving on to the last story. Good news, finally. So Derek Chauvin is now sentenced to 22 years and a half in prison for the murder of George Floyd, a murder that actually
sparked everything.
And it awoke the Black Lives Matter movement to a whole new other perspective, and we
It brought out the suffering of black people, actually, that people didn't know.
To light.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So people only knew to some extent, but now they see how bad it is. So following the conviction of the murder of George Floyd back in April, Derek Chauvin was officially sentenced to 22.5 years in prison after previously being found guilty of second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. So he will also receive credit for time already served. So 2 months after, he was quickly found guilty for the May 2020 murder of George Floyd by kneeling on his neck for over 9 minutes, a former Minneapolis police officer and convicted murderer Derek Chauvin was formally sentenced to 22.5 years in prison. So before he announced the amount of time that Chauvin would serve, Judge Cahill stated that his sentencing was not based on emotion, public opinion, or sending a message. Instead, he said it was based on the facts presented in the case. While prosecutors in the case had previously asked for the maximum 30 years sentence, and Chauvin's defense team wanted probation along with time served, Judge Cahill leaned toward a heavier sentence than a lighter one. Derek Chauvin was initially facing 40 years in prison for second-degree murder, up to 25 years for third-degree murder, and up to 10 years for manslaughter. However, because he had no previous criminal record, Minnesota state guidelines state that his sentence for both second-degree and third-degree murder could only be 12 years half, but Judge Cahill was allowed to hand an additional sentence of 10 to 15 years from each count Chauvin was convicted of. Derek Chauvin was immediately taken back into police custody and transferred to the Minnesota Correctional Facility. So, yeah.
I'm so happy.
You were asking me why the conviction took so long, but due to the fact that there were so many facts that had to be presented in the case and so many
things that had to be settled.
Exactly. So these things do take long, but at least, even though it is not the justice that the black people are looking for or will ever find, at least something is being done. Yeah. And he is going to serve his time because that is what he deserves.
It is what he deserves, but honestly, you looking back to 22.5 years, it's really a lot, and he seems to be old.
Yeah.
So I'm happy and also sad for him in a way.
Sad for who?
I know, but it's okay.
Let me leave you.
Yeah, but justice has actually been served, and black people are being acknowledged for their rights that they should have as humans. So it's an exciting one, and we are so happy. And I know black people over the weekend celebrated the cause that that actually brought everything to light.
Definitely, because a few months ago, if not 1 month ago, that is when they actually decided that he was guilty. Everyone is excited, and now the sentencing has been announced and released. Yeah. So hopefully more justice services like this will be out there.
Yeah, finally.
Yes. So that was it for the morning call. I hope you enjoyed the top stories that we have for you guys. Stay tuned because we still have a lot more. This is still the Morning Cafe.